GSK, or GlaxoSmithKline, is the largest pharmaceuticals company in the world, and it made $31,000 a minute in 2006. The name is the result of more than half a century of mergers that have involved New Zealand's Glaxo, Wellcome in the UK, Beecham's in Britain, the US's Smith & Kline companies, as well as a host of others. As it made its $31,000 a minute, the HIV-infected of the poor world were facing waits of 20 years for new drugs, as they were punished by lobbied lawmakers in Washington for attempting to make cheaper generic versions of GK medicines. So far it has been controversy over drugs such as Paxil, Seroxat and AZT that have pushed its stock price down. It is alleged, for instance, that GSK is trying to protect its patent for AZT by slowing the release of a more powerful and less toxic AIDS drug, 1592.
By the end of 2005, according to UN AIDS, an estimated 65 million people worldwide had been infected by the HIV virus, and some 25 million had died from AIDS. In Africa, 25 million people are HIV positive. In sub-Saharan Africa, life expectancy has dropped from the mid-60s to the mid-40s. In some of the worst affected countries, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Botswana, and Swaziland, life expectancy is less than 40 years.
I remember very clearly because AIDS was a very grave concern. I mean, I saw in 1 year, in one particular family, a whole generation be wiped out.
Nothing approximates what's being done by HIV and AIDS, not even the Black Death of the 14th century. We've got an apocalypse on our hands now, and it has to be addressed.
Without considerable increase in access to these medications, millions of infected Africans of all ages will unnecessarily die prematurely under the most brutal conditions.
I believe, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, that we are sitting on a time bomb.